Stand by, fans. We've got Harrisburg Heat Soccer coming up.
Number 10, Fernando Garaga. Wearing number 14, Tom Miller. Number 12, David Miller. Number 6, Chili Farias. Number 2, Brad Kerstetter. Number 8, Tiago Freitas. Number 5, Leo. And number 75, Elmo Neto. Your Heat coaching staff, led by the assistant coaches, Lester Felician and Gino DeFroyo. And your Harrisburg Heat head coach, Denison Cabral.
It's time for Harrisburg Heat Soccer on the Heat Soccer Network. Listen to the Heat all season long on WMSS, PennLive.com, and WMSSFM.com. Now let's take it out to the game with John Wilsbach.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome out to the Harrisburg's Farm Show Large New Holland Arena. Tonight, the Harrisburg Heat taking on the Florida Tropics. Back-to-back games with Florida. The Heat coming into this contest 9-9, Florida 8-10, and the Heat with an opportunity now to possibly clinch that playoff spot tonight. We'll come back with kickoff, Harrisburg and Florida, on the Heat Soccer Network.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like tickets to the Sound of Music at Northern High School, those show times are March 24th at 7 p.m. and March 5th at 3 p.m.
spot against the Baltimore Blast. Ontario's at Dallas tonight, San Diego at Sonora. Tomorrow, Florida at Syracuse, Baltimore at St. Louis, Ontario at Chicago, Cedar Rapids at KC, Baja at San Diego. We're glad to have you along on MASL TV and YouTube and WMSSFM.com. On the alternate stream, Harrisburg Heat wearing the purple uniforms tonight. Florida in the all-white. Leading scorer for the Harrisburg Heat, Ricky Carvalho, 16 goals, 12 assists, 28 points. Freddie Mugin continues to lead the Florida Tropics with 16 goals. The Brazilian. Starting in net for the Harrisburg Heat will be Hugo. For Florida, they're going to go with Marcel Feenstra. He's out of Holland, 6'4". Last night they went with Peter Sliwa. Tonight it's Marcel Feenstra. Certainly getting the international flair in net for Florida this weekend. You play three games in 3 days. Smart move by the Tropics to bring 2 keepers. Right off the kickoff, ball gets knocked off the Heat player and out of play. Elmo Neto, Lucio Gonzaga, Ricardinho, Leo, and Basso out there starting in this contest. Val Texera did not play last night. He is dressed for this game. Here's Basso trying to go down along the boards. Florida takes a long shot. Wide to the left side, Aristodemo on Hugo. He'll scoop it up. Tropics know that they need to come out of the gates fast. Last night they did not, and the Heat jumped up on them early. Here's Mugin down the corner. Shot scooped up by Hugo Silva. He's been a beast in net for the Heat. Learning as this season has gone on, strengthened game in and game out. All played back to the keeper. Heater going left to right. Hugo's going to dump it down, and it's headed back out. A couple more knockarounds in the neutral zone, and Aristodemo playing it up the boards. Diegas, the Heat recover it. Hugo back over. Leo sending it to the near side. Kerstetter getting a lot of pressure. Knocks it off the boards out front. Gets some help from Tom Miller. And the Heat finally able to move it out of their own zone with a little patience. Ball sent over to the far side. Berche on it. He'll take it down into the left corner. Gets bumped into the boards. It'll be a foul against Teixeira of Florida. El Bazooka gets up. He'll move out to the left point. Chile Farias will restart things. Chile, since joining the Heat, has 7 assists. Miller with a shot, save. And this one goes out of play. Nice save there by Feenstra. It'll be another kick-in coming up for the Heat. Chile, since joining the Heat, has 7 assists. Miller with a shot, save. Early here in the first, no score. El Bazooka takes a blast. It's blocked. Loose out in the neutral zone. A couple Heat players get tangled up, and here comes the breakaway down the right side. Hugo makes a nice save down that left side on Diegas, as they pretty much had a 2-on-none. All because of a little collision at midfield with Berche and Kerstetter. Kind of got them to get free, but they were unable to capitalize on it. Ball sent back to Feenstra. He'll bring it outside the yellow line. Sending it down the field, it goes off the chest. Berche out of play. It'll be a kick-in coming up for Florida. Early here in the first, restart coming up from the left side. Near the left corner. Mujin makes a run for the middle of the box. They look to knock it off the boards. Nice block there by Hugo. Brought back out by Tom Miller. And he'll dump it, and they'll change up. Brought back out by Teixeira. Remember, there's a Texera and a Teixeira. Val Teixeira, a lot of folks think he's uses Teixeira just like the baseball player, but he goes by Teixeira. Don't want to confuse you. This one's sent up the middle. Basso makes a nice block, brings it the other way. Basso's circling around in midfield, getting a lot of pressure. Plays it near side. Leo Duarte taking his time and playing it back to Basso. They'll chip it all the way down to Elmo Neto. Left wing has a poke back out to the neutral zone. Sent back in and sent back out. And Zaga playing it back to Hugo. Gets it back, Hugo again. Up the far side. Basso, Florida really pushing up. They want that ball. They want to try to keep everything on the front half of the field and try to get as many chances as possible. But right now the Heat, good ball control and possession. Gonzaga playing it back to Kerstetter. Leo Duarte down the near side. Tom Miller moves to his left. Fakes, works back to the right, knocks it off the boards. A little too wide for Kerstetter to try to finish off. And the Tropics are able to clear it. Comes back out to the neutral zone. Gonzaga on it again. Leo Duarte. Far side, Kerstetter. Hugo taking his time. Chiago back there with him, along with Brad Kerstetter. Hugo's going to chip it all the way down into the corner. Trying to get it to Chile Farias. He's now doubled up. Ball pops loose. And we get a foul before the goal on the push, as Florida will get it. A lot of contact down there, and you can see they wanted that ball away from Monteleros. They were able to get it, but getting physical. The other end, there was that nice little run down the right side, but the shot saved by Hugo. Play back on in the neutral zone. Florida has it. And knocked away by Berche. Send to the far side and out of play. That'll be a Heat kick in with 10:21 to go in the first. No score. Berche, bad pass intercepted by Mujin in midfield. And Tropics trying to get it, but stolen away by Neto. Back half of the field, gets yanked a little bit, but had possession. Play continues. Fans think that when there's a foul, it's an automatic whistle, and it's not. If you got possession, there's a continuance. There's a save by Feenstra. And Florida able to clear it back out, back the other way comes Pereiras. He'll send it to the opposite side. Teixeira leaving it for Tom Myers. All the way back at midfield to Nascimento. Feenstra again down the near side. Down the midfield stripe, Reyes. Down for Tom Myers, but it goes off his foot and out of play. Restart for the Heat. Basso sending it all the way to the Florida zone, but no one there for Harrisburg. So the Tropics get it out again. Aristodemo playing it back to Feenstra. Out the middle to Robbie Aristodemo. Down the near side, here comes Reyes. Moving in left point. Crosses it out front, and a shot to save by Hugo. Right down the slot on Rico. Ball skidded off the back of Chili Farias. Rico was right there, top of the arc. And Hugo had the right angle. Knocked it up over the crossbar, out of play. Corner kick coming up. Restart comes out front. Shot blocked in the middle of the box. A lot of congestion. Volley shot. Another block. A second block. Chili Farias able to dive forward and clear it over to Basso. Great job of defense, stuffing things up in the middle. Still a loose ball out in the neutral zone. Play continues. Ricardinho goes down. It'll be a foul on the Tropics. They don't like it. They think he goes down too easy, but hey, there was contact and down he went. Got a little bit of that right ankle and tripped him up. That's all it takes. Hugo sending it down into the right corner. Neto on it there. He'll bring it back out to the point. Neutral zone Gonzaga. Lucio with a 4-goal performance last night. He'll send it to the near side. Tom Miller steps on it briefly. Back out for Gonzaga. All the way back to Hugo. Near side, Tom Miller. He'll play it down to the right corner. Neto on it there. Leo Duarte taking his time. Right wing is Miller. Back out to Kerstetter midway through the first. No score. Thiago getting it down to Neto. Looks to make a run. Turn, shot, blocked. Still loose down and cleared. Kept back in. Loose at the top of the arc this time. Miller trying to get to it. Neto with a shot. That's blocked. Aristodemo trying to block it. Now it's brought back out to the neutral zone by Pereiras. He'll take it down the right side, and Berche just manhandles him off the ball. Neto taking his time. Bad pass by Hugo, and Thiago able to recover it and bring it back out. Cross midfield down to the right side. Here comes Ricardinho Carvalho with a shot, and it's blocked. All the way in midfield, he gets bumped down, plays it back to Hugo, but they're still going to blow the whistle on the foul. The foul is that flagrant. You still got to at least make sure someone's held accountable, and Rico was the one. A restart coming up. Ball sent over to Basso on the far side. Now Gonzaga. He'll chip it down into the right corner, high off the glass. Farias will settle it. Farias, right wing boards, tries passing it back out. Has it bumped away, and the Tropics able to control. Rico again. Setting up the middle of the field. Hugo at the yellow line, playing it up the far boards. Back for Basso. He'll dump it all the way down to the right side. Florida needs to win tonight and tomorrow, and hope the Heat then will also lose in Baltimore to get in. The Heat win tonight, they get number 2 spot. Syracuse is out of it. Chili Farias up the far side. Back in midfield. Thiago crossing into the near side. Basso on the front half. Stephen Basso taking his time. A lot of ball control. Both these teams, of course, played each other last night. Finding their legs again. Out to the left side. Kerstetter takes it down to the left corner. Tries playing it back out. Knocks around, and this time Thiago will settle it. 5:45 to go in the first, no score. Hugo taking his time. He's going to chip it down Elmo Neto back to Berche. He'll pull the trigger just wide right. Ball comes over to the near side. Robbie Aristodemo on it. Back to Feenstra. Aristodemo trying to clear it out. Kept in by Gonzaga. Turns on Neto. Follow-up goal! Elmo Neto! Great hustle there by Gonzaga to get that ball down into him. He tried once. Feenstra got a piece of it. He stayed with it going to the left. And able to finish it off. Time of the goal. 9 minutes and 40 seconds. Elmo Neto. And Elmo Neto has certainly made his mark on this team since joining the Heat this season. I'm not sure if they're going to give Gonzaga the assist or not. We'll step out. 5:20 to go in the first. 1-0 Harrisburg on the Heat Soccer Network.
Ameriprise helps you find an advisor that helps you develop a holistic financial plan unique to you. There's more ahead than just financial goals. Looking good doesn't have to break the bank. Wilkes & Riley offers handmade custom Italian suits, ties, and other men's clothing, and is the official suit and tailor of the Heat coaches. Save big now with the best non-iron dress shirts, now $49. Luxury and performance all in one, plus all ties made in Italy, just $39.
So they are not going to give the assist for the goal by Neto because there was a save there by Feenstra. Then it came back to Neto, and he finished it off for the Heat. Ninth goal of the season for Elmo Neto. 1-0 Harrisburg. Florida with the ball. They're behind the 8 ball last night. All game. Kept trying to make comebacks, but the Heat would just score again time and time again. 1-0 Harrisburg. Mentioned there's 2 other games tonight. Ontario at Dallas, San Diego at Sonora. The Sonora team is hot this season with a 15-3 record. Ball sent down to Chili Farias in the left corner. He's battling, double-teamed. Plays it back out to Thiago. And he'll send it all the way back to the keeper, Hugo. Hugo sending it up for Tom Miller. Thiago back in midfield to Leo Duarte. And Steven Basso on it. Florida trying to push up. Back to the keeper, Hugo Silva. Now Thiago getting it up for Basso. Keeping control, keeping patience, playing a little keep away. Hugo's going to chip it down to the corner, but this one got away from him. He lights it up over the glass out of play. Kick in coming up for Florida. We're back on the air next Sunday at 4 o'clock. Harrisburg at Baltimore. And of course, fans, you can watch all the games in the MASL on MASL TV on YouTube. Feenstra sending it out to the neutral zone. Neto knocks it back down into the corner. And Feenstra will grab it. Ball sent down to the left side and crossed over, but no one was there when Diego sent it over to the opposite side. Gonzaga trying to get it out, double teamed along the boards. He'll lose it, and the Tropics get it back. 3:19 to go in the first. 1-0 Harrisburg. Robbie Aristodemo on it. He'll take his time. Playing it down the near side. Battling there against Laidley. And a pushing foul on Neto. Laidley with a goal last night. Go for another restart attempt again. Joanne Laidley out of Kingston, Jamaica. Restart out front. Long shot from Teixeira. Hugo got the hand on it, went out of play. It'll be a corner kick coming up. Now the jersey auction tonight, but the Heat are going to have to not give the jerseys away yet. Folks can bid on them, but the Heat will need them hopefully for the playoffs. As Hugo gets the ball back on the save. He'll go to the top of the box and then put it down on the carpet. Berche will bring it outside the yellow line. He'll slice it all the way down into the left corner. One timing it is Frias. And Feenstra will trap it along the boards. 2:35 to go in the first. Olsen all the way down over all three lines. 3-line violation. And the Heat will get it back center point of the yellow line. That ball needs to touch somewhere before that last yellow. And it did not. Last night it was Peter Sliwa getting the start. Marcel Feenstra with the nod tonight for the Tropics. Restart for the Heat. Thiago leaves it for Ricardinho. Shot kick saved by Feenstra. Ball knocks over to the far boards. And sent back out to the neutral zone all the way back to Hugo. Hugo sends it up the middle. Kerstetter taps it to the near side. Thiago approaching the yellow line. Working in, moving toward the top of the arc, goes to his left, pulls the trigger. A little off balance, didn't have much behind it, but it got blocked. Comes back out to him. He'll change up, and Hugo will stop it and send it over to the near side. Leo Duarte will leave it now for Gonzaga. Lucio Gonzaga over to Tom Miller. He'll work in, left side, and they're trying to shoot or pass it. He gets deflected out of play. And the kick in coming up for the Heat. Got the nice crowd on hand here tonight, the Farm Show Arena, the final regular season home game. Restart. Chile Farias gets deflected down in. No one can finish. Meller takes a shot. Feenstra gets a piece of it. Aristodema will clear it out. Look out. Here comes the breakaway. Diegas down the middle. Moves to his right and a goal for Victor Pereira. Pretty much a 2-on-none going down that middle. And Florida able to tie it up. Time of the goal, 13:20. Pereiras with the assist to Diegas. Makes it a 1-1 game. 13th goal of the season for Pereiras. And Hugo took him on. He made the right move and just played it off to his right side. And Diegas sends it right over to Pereiras, and Pereiras able to finish it off. Foul on the Tropics. Kerstetter got knocked down. The local product from Halifax, Pennsylvania. Better put that in case our international listeners think it's Nova Scotia. Well, right here, about 20 miles away. Shot down on Feenstra. He'll hold on along the boards. We're tied at 1. Harrisburg and Florida. 1:06 to go here in the first. We'll correct that for our viewers. Look out, here comes Tom Myers with a shot high. And away from the play, we get a foul whistled against the Heat. Free kick coming up for the Tropics. And the restart will be just inside the arc. Dangerous situation here as a three-man wall sets up right in front of Mugin. He's going to put Tom Myers to his left. He's got Rodriguez or Pereira's over on that right side. Mojan will shoot. It's blocked by Elmo Neto. He had one last night, too, if I'm not mistaken. Way to stand in there and take that punishment of a shot. And here's one down on the right side by Rico. Goes out of play, but touched by a Heat player. 49 seconds to go in the first. As we are tied at 1. Restart coming up from the right corner for the Tropics. Teixeira will send it out. Comes out to the slot and right down the middle. Pereiras puts it up and out of play. .46 seconds to go here in the first. We're tied at 1. Hugo, a little pressure, sending it over to Berche. They'll play it down the far boards, getting it to Chili Farias. Berche settles it again. Now Gonzaga with 30 seconds here in the first. Chili's got it again, right corner, tries passing, but it's blocked. He was double teamed and brought back out to the neutral zone. Pereiras on the far side gets leveled. It's a foul in the Heat. With 17 seconds to go here in the first. Don't forget, if you can't watch us on MASL TV on YouTube, you can check us out on WMSSFM.com or on the TuneIn app, wherever you are. Listen to Harrisburg Heat Soccer. Ball sent all the way back to Feenstra. He'll bring it outside. The yellow at 10 on the clock here in the first. Dumping it all the way down the corner. Diegas out to the right wing. Sends it out to the neutral zone. Reyes, Aristodemo, sending it around, and we have played 1. So after 1 quarter of play, our score is Harrisburg Heat 1, Florida Tropics 1. Back after this on the Heat Soccer Network.
Appraisal Links is an appraisal management company that keeps up to date with the current mortgage environment while offering quality appraisal reports. Community Aid provides their community with gently used clothing at affordable prices. Neighbors helping neighbors. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. Freedmont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Freedmont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations. H.B. McClure has facilitated heating and cooling in central Pennsylvania area since 1914. We're H.B. McClure. Trust, quality, value since 1914. LA Fitness is a fitness facility that offers a plethora of activities from group fitness classes to racquetball and basketball. M&T Bank knows you count on your personal checking and savings account to meet your everyday banking needs. With M&T, you can count on so much more. Magic Island Travels LLC offers you cruise vacation services that help you plan trips and put you with 2 travel agents that allow for a personalized experience. OSS is the official team physician practice of the Harrisburg Heat, dedicated to the highest quality orthopedic health care and experience and to get patients back to a healthy life as soon as possible. OSS Health, dedicated to a superior patient experience. PSECU is a non-for-profit credit union that provides a large variety of electronically delivered services at low or no cost. Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service.
Players love it, opposing players are envious. You can have it all at Morgan Communities at Emerald Point. Contact Val, Maria, or Dylan at Morgan Communities. 1-1 is our score as we head to the second quarter. Sean Wilsbach with you. Glad these games weren't played last weekend back-to-back. I had some laryngitis last week, so luckily got most of the voice back. Ball sent out for Gonzaga, then cleared out of play. If you hear me crackle once in a while, I'm not going through a Peter Brady voices changing experience. Restart coming up for the Heat. Left point of the Florida zone. The Tropics are done with their regular home season. They're playing and ending things tomorrow in Syracuse. Here's Ricardinho around the boards to the middle and just off the mark was Basso. Ball cleared all the way down into the corner. Mujin trying to get to it. Hugo gets there first, knocks it off the boards, comes back out to the near side, knocks around, and again the Tropics come up with it. Deep shot from the left side, just wide of the left post by Rodriguez. That was a nice rip. Another foot and a half to the right, might have connected. Out to the right side comes Reyes. He'll lose it. Oh, and Ricardinho got tripped up. They're only going to call it a foul and not a blue card. He's saying, hey, there's no one around me. No, there was. Well, Lucas Texera was back, so it's not like it was going to be a breakaway if it was. And yes, and they would have probably been able to get a shootout off of that. But just a foul this time. Here's Kerstetter with the ball out in the neutral zone. They'll play it back to Hugo. Away from the play, Thiago. Little tango up on the far side with Rodriguez is called for the foul. Well, they're going to call that actually on Rodriguez. So the restart dumped down into the corner. Chili Farias trying to get on it there. Double teamed. Tropics take it away from him. And Teixeira will clear it back out to the neutral zone. Here's Diegas down to the right side. Just a little off the mark on the pass because he had Rodriguez open on that top right side of the box, but Hugo able to get to it first. Hugo clearing it out to the neutral zone. Now Chili Farias crossing it. Here comes Tom Miller, left side. His shot blocked and out of play nicely by Teixeira. So the restart coming up for the Heat. 13:27 to go in the first. Clay Roberts there, the head coach for Florida Tropics, former Philadelphia Kicks player. And there's Denison Cabral, the head coach for the Harrisburg Heat in his first season. Restart coming up from the left corner. Farias has Berche there. Meller out near the middle. Thiago and Kerstetter on the backside. And the Heat want to talk about it. They'll call timeout. We'll step out as well. 13:27 to go in the second. We are tied at 1. Harrisburg and Florida. Back after this on the Heat Soccer Network.
Ameriprise helps you find an advisor that helps you develop a holistic financial plan unique to you. There's more ahead than just financial goals. Looking good doesn't have to break the bank. Wilkes & Riley offers handmade custom Italian suits, ties, and other men's clothing, and is the official suit and tailor of the Heat coaches. Save big now with the best non-iron dress shirts, now $49. Luxury and performance all in one, plus all ties made in Italy, just $39. Appraisal Links is an appraisal management company that keeps up to date with the current mortgage environment while offering quality appraisal reports. Community Aid provides their community with gently used clothing at affordable prices. Neighbors helping neighbors. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. Fremont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Fremont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations.
Early here in the second quarter, 1-1 is our score. Now the Heat with a restart from the left corner. Chili Farias will approach. Out front, Miller with a blast. He shoots and scores. Top shelf. 2-1 in favor of the Heat. Tom Miller with a couple last night. Time of the goal, 1 minute, 36 seconds. Nicely set up play. Tom Miller, right at the top of the arc, ripping it up high. Reyes will get the assist. And Tom Miller with his 10th goal of the season. It's now 2-1 Heat. Ball sent down the middle of the field. Laidley trying to send it in. Knocks over into the corner. He'll run it down, knock it off the boards. Recovered by Basso, who runs it out to the near side. And he'll leave it for Ricardinho, who sends it all the way down on the keeper, Feenstra. Feenstra with it. Brings it outside the yellow. Ball sent around the boards, cleared back out again to the neutral. Tropics on it. Montalera sending it down into the corner. Mugin on it there, back out to the left point. Montaleras again. Playing it near the top, poked away by Kerstetter. Chiago deep in his own end, trying to clear it out, got a little help. Bouncing it off one of the bodies of a Tropics player. Ricardinho, a lot of traffic out in the neutral zone, getting it up now for Leo Duarte, but he'll slow it up and change up. He'd keep possession, get some fresh bodies back out there again. Berche outside the yellow line, playing it to the near side. Tom Miller works across midfield, chips it down into the corner, but too high and too powerful. It goes out of play. Well, the other games tonight, a little later start on Ontario Dallas, that Central Time start. We should be getting underway here real soon. And you got San Diego at Sonora. What a season they have had. 11:54 to go here. The Heat with a 2-1 lead. Goals by Neto and Tom Miller. And the restart coming up for the Tropics. Ball sent all the way down to the Heat zone. Berche knocks it off the boards. Back to Hugo. He'll knock it to the near side. Gonzaga will chip it high in the air. Nice, safe clear out. And the ball knocking around with a few headers in the neutral zone. Two players miss on it, but they're going to call Berche for the foul. Got a little body of Arico, and the Tropics will get it again. You got to give this Florida team a lot of credit. Their first year in the league. Clay Roberts doing a nice job at having them in a position to fight for a playoff spot. Here comes Tom Miller down the left side. Moves toward the top of the arc. Uses the heel pass, but it's intercepted by Robbie Aristodemo. And Feenstra sending it down the far side. This one takes a high bounce. Kept alive by Laidley. Now Rico brings it back out. You folks in the Lakeland area west of Orlando, very fortunate down there to have an indoor soccer team. And hopefully you'll support the team, get season tickets for next year. And build that strong Florida indoor soccer base. Ball sent down into the corner, knocked hard off the glass by Teixeira, but it's taken back up by Chiago, sends it back to Hugo Silva. He'll send it up the middle, trying to get it to Neto, knocks it back to Kerstetter, onto the far side, and Chiago on it again. And Neto's been getting banged around these last two nights. Leo Duarte with it. Now Neto, sending it back in midfield. Basso on it there. He'll play it back to Hugo. And he'll get it over onto the near side and back to Leo. Basso on it again. Back over to Hugo. Hugo Silva, 5.76 goals against average. As this one goes out of play, it'll be a goal kick for the Tropics. Last night, Baltimore over Syracuse in overtime, 5-4. Ontario beat El Paso 6-5. Poor El Paso playing tough. Here comes Berche. Shot kick saved by Feenstra. Ricardinho on it, plays it toward the middle, and it's knocked back out to the neutral zone. But El Paso still looking for that first win of the season. We know how that feels here in Harrisburg. Chicago beat Tacoma 9-6 yesterday, and Turlock over Baja 6-5. Berche trying to give the El Bazooka blast and kind of hook it down, but just stayed a little bit too high on that last shot. Here's Laidley sitting around the boards. Easy scoop up, though, for Hugo. He'll get it over to Kerstetter. And back over Kerstetter again. Long crossing pass to Miller at the left point. He'll slow it up and play it back out. Leo Duarte out at center circle. Gonzaga out there with Dominic Francis. Or is that Kerstetter? It is Kerstetter. Those two can look alike at some point. Here's Gonzaga back over to Hugo. Gonzaga taking his time. Back to Hugo, far side. Basso up the boards, trying to keep possession. Whew. Get a little meg there on Pereiras to get it back to Hugo, and Mella is going to send it all the way down to Farias in the left corner. Chile battling along the boards, trying to get free, but the ball popped loose, and now they will call that foul for holding in the corner. And the free kick coming up for the Harrisburg Heat from the left corner. Chile Farias played here in Harrisburg over 20 years ago. Near the end of the 97 season, and only played several games before going off and playing elsewhere. Now he'll restart it. Plays it to the middle, but it's cleared back out. Nice job there in the middle by Nascimento. Here's Carvalho. Ricky's going to turn and play back to Hugo. Now he waits to get a little pressure from Meyer, sends it all the way down to Farias again. Chile Farias leaning back, working it around, trying to get it in the corner, lost it again. Feenstra comes over and clears it out, but they call the foul on the Heat regardless of what happened there. And Chile picks up that foul. The restart coming up for the Tropics. 7:43 to go in the second. 2-1 our score. All knocked back to Hugo from Kerstetter, and he'll get it back. The Heat have defeated Florida 3 times, all 3 times this season. 7-4, 6-2, and 11-6 last night. They've already clinched the season series. I just want to put an exclamation point on it tonight and make the playoffs. Ball sent down far side. Hugo comes all the way out. Keeps it away from Mujin. Plays it for Chiago at center circle. Hugo taking a little bit of a chance that time. Did that last night, got burnt once. This time it pays off. Hugo sending it all the way down to Elmo Neto, left wing boards. Playing it for Chiago, got away from him. All the way over to Miller at the right point. Tom Miller takes it down the corner, knocks it off the boards, gets behind Feenstra, but cleared back out to the neutral zone by the Tropics. They'll work it back up the field, down to the near side. Orico sends it off the boards, trying to center it, and it's cleared back out. Long shot down the slot. Hugo gets in front of it, and a follow-up blast from the left corner. Diegas puts this one top shelf out of play, up into the upper areas. of the Farm Show. Fans, don't forget the Harrisburg Heat Fan Club. Make sure you join them. Keep you in touch with the Harrisburg Heat players. They do nice things for the players. They've got the end-of-season banquet they're working on. Here's shot by Ricardinho going up and out of play. Our good friend Jerry Holtry was on the broadcast with us last night. And he has a table out in the main concourse. And always hope you stop out there and see him. Come the Heat again. But off the mark a little bit was Ricardinho. And the Tropics will clear it. Berche going back on it. They'll send it all the way back to Hugo with 5:46 to go in the second quarter. 2-1 Harrisburg. Kerstetter outside the yellow, playing it up the middle. Gonzaga. They'll work it around, double teamed. Back to Kerstetter and on to the far side. Leo Duarte. Leo leaving it for Gonzaga. Gonzaga here last year and then sent off to Ontario the final couple months. And he's back. And he's had a steady season, both with leadership and play for this Heat team. Tom Meller on it. Giving it back to Hugo. Up for Thiago on the far side. Thiago Freitas, center circle. Leaving it near side. He going back to that control mode. Thiago working it down the middle. Great ball dribbling skills. Leaving it for Meller. He sends it down into the left corner. Chile Farias double team. Sends it back out front. Bassler takes a shot. And a diving save to the left by Feenstra. He was looking for that far right corner. And Feenstra will let it go. And then get it back. 4:23 to go in the second. 2-1 Harrisburg. Up the middle. Dangerous play foul on Ricardo Dieguez. Got that foot up near the head of Berche. Going to be a free kick for the Heat. Ball sent down into the right corner. This time Elmo Neto knocks it off the boards, but has it cleared back out. Ball kept controlled by Dieguez. We've got a delay blue card coming up against Florida. Dieguez is complaining, but the Heat keeping control. I don't think Hugo realizes he can go up and play and not have to worry about anything. Neto takes a shot, still trying to get it, and then they finally blow the whistle. You have that delay blue card. You can go up and act as a sixth attacker and try to score, but the injured player is down along the near side. And that's what the blue card's going to be on, as Berche just got knocked into the boards, and we'll get the first power play of the game coming up for the Harrisburg Heat. And Ricardo Dieguez does not like it. So he'll go to the penalty box. Time of the penalty, 11-11. There he was, a two-leg, yep. Just slid tackle him out. You cannot do that. Let's watch it again. Both going for the ball. Got that one out far enough and made contact with Berche. Got to have contact strictly with the ball, not with the opposing player. So time of the penalty, 11-11 of the second. Dieguez. Illegal tackle or trip, whatever they're going to call it. Power play coming for the Heat. Heat on the power play. 39%. Florida's 49% on penalty killing. Neto's going to send the ball all the way back to Hugo. Heat are leading 2-1. And a chance here to get a 2-goal lead. Let's see. Neto back for Thiago. He's battling and sends it back. Teixeira is out there defensively. I believe Nascimento is out there. Here comes Neto, top of the arc, shot blocked, and goes out of play. And Nascimento's out there. Looks like Reyes is also out there defensively. And they've got Monteleras. So that's your shorthanded unit right now for the Tropics. You got Gonzaga, Neto, Meller, Thiago, and Chile. Restarted in the corner. 127 on the power play. Farias at the yellow line. Far post, and Meller pops it up and out of play. Meller with a goal at 1:36 of the second. Had a couple last night. Injured that wrist a week or two ago. Ball sent over to the far side. Tropics are on it. Reyes trying to keep possession, burn some clock off. Tom Myers sending it down to the near side. Teixeira crossing it over. And again, the Tropics working some clock. 1 minute left on the power play. And now the Heat get it back from Gonzaga to Farias. Florida will retreat. They are shorthanded. 50 seconds on the power play. 2:38 to go in the second quarter. Heat lead at 2-1. Here's Thiago to Farias. Back over to Thiago. Chile again at the left point. Back over to Thiago at the center point. He'll play it down left side. Shot score! Lucio Gonzaga! His 5th goal in 2 nights. And a power play goal, and the Heat lead at 3-1. 12:37 the time of the goal. Lucio Gonzaga, 19th goal of the season. And Thiago will get the assist. And it's 3-1 in favor of the Harrisburg Heat.
Your Harrisburg Heat goal scored by number 85, Lucio Gonzaga. The assist from the break, Thiago.
3-1 Heat.
And with 2:19 to play in the second quarter, it's your Harrisburg Heat 3.
Teams are at equal strength. Thiago with it. Now Ricardinho. Out the middle, Thiago. You go on it outside the yellow. He'll dump it down into the left corner. Knocks around the boards. Gattaca leaving it, but he was being yanked. They're going to say Gattaca was the one holding. First shift, I think, for him. Ball sent all the way down into the right corner. Mujin trying to get to it. A little battle there, and Thiago once again doing a great job. Ball possession, ball control. Thought he had someone in the corner, no one there, and the Heat have to go back and recover it, and Kerstetter's called for the foul. So the restart coming up. Little tackle there by Thiago, just clearing that ball away. 1:06 to go in the second. 3-1 Harrisburg. Tropics with it. Down by 2. Nascimento losing it. Gonzaga knocked down. Foul on the Tropics. Look out, down the middle. Collision and a clear out. Feenstra. Little collision with Kerstetter trying to get it through him. And the Heat recover it back in their own end. They try to clear it out. Knocked off the Tropics out of play. Yeah, Kerstetter had a chance down that left side. Feenstra came out, took him on. Got a little help on the back line. And a little collision as well. Dan's team from Harrisburg High School getting set to perform here at halftime. The ball sent back to the keeper. Look out. Breakaway. Up the middle. Shot. Wide. Just left by Dieguez. Near the top right side of the arc, but Florida another chance this wide. Loose in the middle, and Miller will clear it back out with a few seconds to go. And that'll do it. The Tropics had a chance to cut it to 1 here at halftime. The Heat are 2 quarters away from making the playoffs. We're at halftime. As right there, Dieguez with a chance at the top side of the arc. May have had Hugo get a few fingertips on that one. Just enough to knock that to the left post and go wide. Our score at the half, Harrisburg 3, the Florida Tropics 1. We invite you to stick around for the halftime show. Coming up here on the Heat Soccer Network.
LA Fitness is a fitness facility that offers a plethora of activities from group fitness classes to racquetball and basketball.
Here at the Farm Show Arena, John Wilsbach with you. And always an honor and privilege to welcome back to the Farm Show the original owner, the founder of the Harrisburg Heat, Dr. Rex Herbert. Rex, how are you?
Good, John. How are you?
Good seeing
Great
you.
to see you, too.
Well, I'll tell you what, you made things happen here in central Pennsylvania in 1991. The Hershey Impact had folded, and you said, you know what, I'm going to take the reins of this, and you started up the Harrisburg Heat. Tell us how that all came about.
Well, you know, that goes back 25 years ago this past summer when we started. And I was a lot younger then, had a lot more ambition. I had an excellent front staff, and Pat Flynn, my partner, did it all, really. They're the ones that filled the arena.
Yeah.
We had, I think we had only one sellout our first season, and it was the Chicago game when they couldn't get here because of the weather.
They're blizzard in.
And we had to refund the whole arena. But then after that, we would average about 6 to 8 sellouts out of a 20-game home season each year for the 5 years that I had it. So I was very happy with things, and I don't know why I ended up selling the team, because I could probably still have it today if I wanted to. But things got a little more hectic than I expected, and I decided to move on. But I'm glad to be back here to see it. It looks very good. It's a great presentation.
Well, you took that team that first year, around 3,000 fans. Next year up to 4, up to 5, and then averaging 6,000 fans for a few years. And you had some great indoor soccer players here who have gone on to bigger things.
And they a lot of them stay in the area.
Yeah.
And they're employed in the soccer business, and it does me well to see all the guys that have stayed and have done things. In fact, our coaches.
Yes. In fact, let's talk about coaches. Danny Kelly getting inducted next week down in Baltimore as they play the Heat into the Baltimore Blast Hall of Fame.
That would be great to see that.
Yeah.
Next week.
And Bascom's down there as the assistant coach. And David Bascom always seemed to have a soft spot in your heart. You kept him around year after year, and he made it all those years except the one he had to play out in Denver.
I know. And I went out there to see him a couple times because I felt bad for him. But, David sent me a lot of patients from the Bermuda national team.
Is that right?
To do surgeries on them and stuff, yeah. It was really something. I hear Richard Chinapoo was around the other week.
Chinapoo's back in the area, we understand. You still have Bill Betcher in this area.
Yeah, unbelievable.
What
and look how Pulisic's doing. I hear he's going to be coaching in New York now.
Fantastic. And his son's doing great on the U.S. team, too.
I just feel like I'm part of all of this, even though I'm not really.
No, you really are, because what you did by bringing the Heat into Harrisburg and making it exist there for 12 seasons, you gave so many guys so many great opportunities, not just to win on to play or coach successfully, but they've done their own camps, their own soccer teams and organizations, and they certainly have you to thank for that, and I think a lot of them do appreciate it. Maybe you don't hear it enough from them, but you were certainly so big and instrumental in so many soccer lives.
Well, I'm down in Lebanon working now. I've been there for about 7 years.
At the VA?
Yes, and I get patients down there that still remember the days of the Heat.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's refreshing.
You were, and you talk about being a doctor of orthopedics, you were a master knee surgeon. Did my knee, did probably half the teams over the years, but the biggest one was a Harrisburg Heat player who, the total dislocation, ACL, MCL, everything was torn, and he was playing a year later.
That almost doesn't happen.
No.
To have that severe of a knee injury.
And you did it.
I know, and they wrote it up in the paper, and they had all the drawings of the surgery. And it was kind of neat. I didn't need the advertising, but it certainly was neat to see.
I remember being on the road trip out in Wichita, and I guess he was going for a follow-up visit to one of the doctors out there, and they're looking at the first X-ray and then the current one. They're like, wow, what work. I mean, it was a masterpiece to them. They had so many people looking at your work out there, and it just shows.
You're going to make me cry. But it was two major surgeries and a lot of rehab. And it worked out.
I'm trying to think who that was. That was, I'll say it was Wendell. No. It was one of our Trinidad guys.
Yes, it was.
And doggone, I already forgot his name.
Yeah, it'll come to me.
Yeah. But you used to go on a lot of the road trips.
I did, especially the first couple seasons. We had those those trips where we would go city to city and do a big loop before we'd come back. And we had snowstorms. I remember going from St. Louis to Kansas City one time, and it was a blizzard. And all these cars were off the road, and here we are, the five of us. Going on like a little train. And we made it through, and we just couldn't believe we got there. We finally got there, and we were just so happy. It was.
I think I counted 35 cars that were in ditches on that trip.
Unbelievable.
That was unbelievable.
It was almost like it was a mission. We were just meant to be there.
Probably the best season was that 95 season, beating Baltimore, then Cleveland, going to the championship. And what fun we had out in Cleveland, knocking off the Cleveland Crunch.
I know, and I got a speeding ticket on the way out there. Because I had to go to church that morning, and the game was like at 2 o'clock. So I made a record, like a 2-hour trip out of it. It was amazing. But it was a lot of fun. But I appreciate you having me up here.
Well, Rex, thanks so much for stopping by. And
I listen to you every morning, by the way. It's true.
Oh.
From 5:30 to 6. That's what I listen to when I get up and I'm getting ready to go to work. So
I'm ready for a nap right now.
So you and Sue and Denny.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun to listen to you guys.
And nice to see you back here 5 years back with the new Heat and on the verge of making the playoffs for the first time since early 2000s for us.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
Great seeing you. Rex Herbert.
Bye-bye.
The original owner of the Harrisburg Heat, our guest. We'll be back. It's 3-1 Harrisburg here on the Heat Soccer Network. John Wilsbach with you. 3-1, the Harrisburg Heat leading. Let's run down the scoring for you here at halftime. 9:40 of the first. Elmo Neto, with his 9th goal of the season, made it 1-0. Then at 13:20, Florida ties it up. Pereira's his 13th from Diegas makes it 1-1. Move to the second at 1:36. Tom Meller from Farias. 2-1 Heat. And then on the power play at 12:37, Gonzaga. 19th of the season, his 5th goal in 2 days. Thiago got the assist. 3-1 is our score. Harrisburg Heat. A lot of ball control in this game. Did a great job with keeping possession, running time off the clock. Run down some of the other stats while we have a chance here. Hugo Silva, 8 saves thus far. The Heat have outshot Florida 13-9. And not a bad job done this far for the Florida netminder. Marcel Feenstra, 10 saves. Now the Harrisburg Heat still have one regular season game remaining, and that is next Sunday at Baltimore. 4 o'clock is the kickoff against the Baltimore Blast. And that is the final game of the regular season for both teams. And then playoffs begin, and hopefully at this point it will be the Harrisburg Heat and the Baltimore Blast. The Heat can wrap it up tonight and get that final playoff spot in the East. And then you'll probably see playoffs about a week later, the following week, with one game in Baltimore, one game in Harrisburg. Dates yet to be announced. After this game, the Harrisburg Heat will have a jersey auction. And the jersey auction will benefit the Harrisburg River Rescue. It's brought to you by our friends at Penzi Supply Company. Penzi Supply, the official sponsor of the end-of-season jersey auction. Friends at AFSCME, Council 13, did our early season military night jersey auction. And don't forget, after the game, it's Mr. G's. There's Feenstra making a save, and Hugo making a couple other nice saves. Right there, stuffing in front. Had a couple nice stuffers last night. One down the slot, knocking it up over the crossbar. In good position. And a couple penalties in this, but it was Neto with a shot and a save, and then he gets back to it. Right in the middle of the box to finish it off, making it 1-0. As the Heat defense tightening things up at times. And the same thing with Feenstra, making some nice saves, but Florida comes down pretty much on a 2-on-none as Basso tried playing catch-up, and Pereira's able to score, but then it's Tom Meller with a rip. Give the Heat a 2-1 lead, and you get the Harrisburg Heat on the power play late there in the second. Gonzaga able to finish it off in the left corner. Once again, Hugo maybe getting a fingertip on it there near the end of the second quarter to deflect one wide. That's where we get our 3-1 score. So after the game, they'll immediately hold the jersey auction. Everybody will head to Mr. G's and hopefully be celebrating the playoffs. Fans, don't forget you can visit MASL on Facebook at facebook.com/MASL Soccer. Get the latest from around the league and follow at MASL Arena on Twitter. And check out the Harrisburg Heat at harrisburgheat.com as well. As we start this second half, great to see Rex Herbert there at halftime, stopping by, saying hi to us on the broadcast. Great to have him along, the original Harrisburg Heat founder, owner. He's the one who got it here in Harrisburg, kept it alive after 3 seasons of the Hershey Impact. He was one of many owners of that Impact team that folded after its 3rd season. And that time, I think it was the AISA turning into the NPSL. And then he decided he'd get with then Mayor Stephen Reed in Harrisburg and was able to put together a plan. He and Pat Flynn, and we get a handball called against Neto. And they were able to build a great team here in Harrisburg for many years and struggled then there at the beginning of 2000, 2001. Had a lot of players leaving. He had some additional ownership with them, and seemed to be some disagreements going on, and everything just kind of fizzed out there in the early 2000s, but brought back by the PASL 5 seasons ago. I took over at the start of the 2nd season as owner for 3 years, and then this year, Carl Delmont picking up the pace, taking over and getting this Heat team some better players, bringing up some Brazilians, and ready to make the playoffs. Good crowd on hand here, and trying to get this Heat team more out into the community and build this fan base back up to where it was in the middle 90s. Restart coming up inside the arc, top of the box shot, just wide to the right. Follow-up gets headed out by Basso. Great opportunity there, but Pereira was just a little behind on that pass toward the corner. Now it'll be a corner kick. Restart from the corner, sent around the boards. Moves out front, Aristodema's going to play it out center point. And Florida's going to work it out of midfield. 3-1 Heat. All sent all the way back down. Feenstra will try clearing it out. Farias keeps it alive. Down to the right point, they'll step in. Pereira sends it all the way back to his own end. Here comes Tom Myers. Sends it down the corner, and it's headed back to Hugo from Stephen Basso. Of course, Rex Herbert had mentioned Mark Pulisic, former Heat player, being named an assistant coach with the Rochester Rhinos. There's our other Heat player, Bobby Lilly, winning a championship up there, the head coach. Mark Pulisic had been in Germany with his son Christian. He had to remain there for 2 years, and now he's able to leave. He was with Dortmund. And Christian Pulisic with the U.S. team as well. Now able to handle his affairs without Dad around. Feenstra clears this ball out to the neutral zone. Headed forward. Laidley takes it down into the left corner. Still battling. Plays it top left corner of the box, right side wide open, and a shot wide left. Follow-up save in front, cleared out by Miller. Rico had the chance on the far side. He could not finish it off. But Florida challenging again. Rodriguez moving in left side. Lost it. Trying to get it back. Chile Farias has it. Trying to clear it out, but the ball's still staying in. Berche able to get it out. 3-1, the Harrisburg Heat with the lead. Looking for the final playoff berth out of the East. Ball sent down to the left point. Nugent sending it back out to the neutral zone. Cemento all the way out of midfield, sending it back to Feenstra, and he'll play it back up the middle again. Here comes Reyes, down to Aristidima. Looking to get it back to Reyes. Poked away by Berche. Cleared back out by the Heat. Giago. Ooh, fancy footwork, dancing that baby in circles and out of traffic. Hugo brings it back out to the neutral zone. Long pass down, look out, Elmo Neto. Little room there on the right side, sends it to the middle, and it's deflected out. He was trying to get it to Ricardinho. And Zaga comes up with the ball in the neutral zone. Long pass down the left side. Leo Duarte into corner. Still battling for it. Now Neto runs into a player. Still double teamed. Just guarding it along the boards. Well, they have a drop ball. They're going to give it back to Florida. They're just going to call that a delay. Foul on Neto. Ball sent out to the neutral zone and out of play. It'll be a kick in for the Heat. Here's Steven Basso with it, leading this team in blocks this season. Ball sent down into the corner. Neto trying to keep it in his zone, but it's deflected out. It'll be Florida ball. Steven Basso joining this Heat team this season. And just one of those guys you want out there. He's always out there throwing the body, making the stops. Not sure what his totals are tonight, but I know he already has a couple blocks heading into this one. 47 as of last night. And Zaga with it. Brings it out to the neutral zone. Gets bumped down. No foul. Here comes Florida. And a shot from the yellow line is up and out of play by Pereiras. Really had to take that because it was a 2-on-3. Really didn't have much of an opportunity to send it anywhere. It'll be a goal kick for the Harrisburg Heat. Hugo trying to clear it out. Kept in, though. Ball loose down in the corner. Nugent on it. He was given the pressure. Sends it around the boards. Loose out front, a shot. Cleared back out by Berche. Tropics doing all they can to stay in this game. It's 3-1 Heat. Miller comes up with it. Plays it down the near side. Look out, here comes Gattaca. Moving it down to the right wing boards. He's still double teamed along the boards and then loses it. Ball sent out to the neutral zone. Rico down the far side, knocked off the boards. Hugo will chip it back out. Giago comes up with it. Back over to Berche. Long pass up for Gattaca. At center circle, Gattaca. Down for Ricardinho. Wide open left side. Shot save. Feenstra knocks it back over to the far side. Cleared back out. Rico on it. Far boards. Gets knocked down. To be a foul on the Heat. Berche doesn't like it, but he's been the recipient of some fouls. And now with his yelling and yapping, he's going to get the 5-minute misconduct. His teammates are telling him, just shut your mouth, walk away. So Berche will get to chill out in the penalty box. It's no power play, just a 5-minute misconduct. So the restart coming up for the Florida Tropics. .8:44 to go in the third. 3-1 Harrisburg. Now in the neutral zone. Leo knocks it over to Gattaca. He'll cross it over to Ricky Ricardinho Carvalho, playing it toward the bench. And Basso will send it all the way back to Hugo. Hugo up the near side, Chiago. Chiago, little room, right side. Ricardinho, back to Chiago. Shot up and out of play. Chiago, number 8. Oh, he's got great footwork, great ball skills. He's got 1 assist tonight. Settles that ball so well and dances with it. Ball sent all the way down to the Heat zone. Hugo's not going to knock it back out to Chili Farias. Chili chips it up for Tom Miller up the near side. Here comes Miller, moving in, right point, moves to the middle, shot, kick, save by Feenstra. Comes back at midfield, and Chili will get it again. 3-1 Heat. Final regular season home game for the Heat. They hope to have a playoff game coming up in the coming weeks. With a win tonight, they're in. Hugo dumping it down into the corner. Florida needs to win tonight and tomorrow in Syracuse. His shot by Ricardinho is blocked. Laidley comes up with it. He'll work it down 1 against 3, takes it to the left. His shot blocked by Carvalho, but he gets it back. And now Chile will clear it. Good run, but he had no help down there with him. Monteleras out of midfield. Tal Myers, former Philadelphia Kicks player, played on that 2007 Philadelphia Kicks championship team. Still in the Philly area. Had played in Reading, had played in Baltimore a few seasons ago. His old buddy Clay Roberts, the head coach, also played on that Philadelphia Kicks team. Called him up, needed him here at the end of the season, and they brought him in. On the near side, Monteleras has it knocked away by Ricardinho. Gonzaga playing it back over to Neto, and he'll send it back to Hugo with 6:24 to go in the third. 3-1 Heat. Hugo on to the far side, Basso on it. Now Chiago playing it up for Gattaca. Gattaca holding. Chiago, top of the arc. His shot hits the crossbar. Recovered, though, by Kerstetter. Right side Miller, he crosses it. Meanwhile, Chiago's down the middle of the box and appears to be injured. And the Heat will come up with the possession, and we will get the stoppage on the injury to Chiago going down the middle. May have taken one to the gut. Let's see what happens to him. Goes down the middle. He just kind of got bumped and went down hard, shaking out the cobwebs. We're going to take that mid-quarter timeout anyhow. Doesn't matter. Or are they? With 5:52 to go. Nice attempt by Chiago. Little heel pass from Gattaca. Just bounced it right off the middle of the crossbar. Now we'll take the timeout. 5:52 to go here in the third. It's 3-1 in favor of the Harrisburg Heat. Back after this on the Heat Soccer Network.
M&T Bank knows you count on your personal checking and savings account to meet your everyday banking needs. With M&T, you can count on so much more. Magic Island Travels LLC offers you cruise vacation services that help you plan trips and put you with 2 travel agents that allow for a personalized experience. OSS is the official team physician practice of the Harrisburg Heat, dedicated to the highest quality orthopedic health care and experience and to get patients back to a healthy life as soon as possible. OSS Health, dedicated to a superior patient experience. PSECU is a non-for-profit credit union that provides a large variety of electronically delivered services at low or no cost. Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service.
In a veteran's life.
Now the Harrisburg Heat lead it 3-1 on the Florida Tropics. Now Teixeira, team captain, he did not play or dress last night, but hasn't seen the field yet in this game. Cheering section way at the top. Having some fun here at the Farm Show. New Holland Arena. They've always called this the large arena. This is a complex of several arenas, all interconnected. This one, the large arena, renamed the sponsored New Holland Arena for New Holland Farm Equipment, if you were wondering. We're going to have a drop ball out in the neutral zone because that's where they stopped the play when Chiago was down with an injury. And it goes right down into the box. And Chili Farias clears it back out to the neutral zone. Ball dumped down into the corner again. Chili trying to protect it. Trying to send it out and pops a fan right in the face. If you're going to stand there by that glass in the open area, you've got to watch out and be prepared. You could get nailed. And she did. But she's still up, standing, appears to be okay. Restart coming up, all sent around the boards. Down into the corner it goes. Still loose off the boards. Knocked out in front. On to the left side. It's cleared back out to the neutral zone. Marico out at midfield. Knocking it forward. Chili Farias knocks it away. Here comes Tom Miller crossing it to the near side to Neto. Kerstetter. Back to Hugo. Tries sending up the far side. Rico keeps it alive, and a shot just wide left. Ball goes around the boards to the near side. Florida trying to keep control once again. Teixeira on it. Cleared back out to the neutral zone, though. Reyes on it. And he'll work backwards to Robbie Aristodemo. Teixeira again in midfield. Aristodemo up the middle, Laidley, and Teixeira again, working his way towards the yellow line. 3-1 in favor of the Heat. 4:33 to go in the third. Ball sent down into the corner. Monteleras was trying to maybe draw a foul. He fell down, but no calls. Florida keeps possession. Ball sent up the middle. It's off the mark for Myers. The Heat recover it. They'll change some bodies up, get that possession. Get a little ball control, but Florida's got to push forward. Try to get that ball back and score. They're down by 2. Can't wait for the sixth attacker. Ricardinho at the yellow line, playing it to the opposite side. Chiago back out there. He'll get it back. Appears to be okay. He'll work toward the yellow. Back out in center circle to Basso. Sent all the way back to Hugo. They'll chip it down the far side. Ball knocks down along the boards and cleared back out. Look out, here comes a little run with the Tropics. Pereiras, a little give and go, and it gets deflected in. Mugin and Pereiras down there on the right post, and it may have been right off of the foot of Basso trying to make that block. Time of the goal, 11:33. So if it went off a Heat player, it's going to be Mugin getting credit for the goal, as we'll take another peek here at it. Nice little run going down the field to the right side. Mugin has it. Yeah, it was. Basso was trying to cut the pass off, and Mugin will be credited with the goal. So Mugin gets the goal. And that is, for him, number 17. Ball goes down into the corner. 3-2 our score. Call that unassisted since Basso kind of knocked it. This one far from over as the Heat cling to a one-goal lead. Saw it happen last night in Syracuse. The Silver Knights were able to tie it at the buzzer, but still lost in overtime. Here's Neto. Right wing boards. Brings it back out, sends it all the way back to Hugo. Thiago on it. Near side Leo. Far side Thiago. Works into the left point. Keeps the traffic off of him. Trying to keep possession, set things up again. Leo Duarte. Kerstetter. Thiago. Working it around, playing it all the way back to Kerstetter at the yellow line. Up the near side for Tom Miller. He'll work in, move across the middle, shot. Veenstra tries scooping it up, gets away from him, but cleared. Back out, Leo trying to knock it one way, but it's knocked back the other way. Here come the Tropics with Diegas. He'll send it back at midfield, 1:52 to go in the third. 3-2, Harrisburg leading. John Wilsbach with you. Glad to have you along on MASL TV, on YouTube, and on the internet radio at WMSSFM.com and the TuneIn app with WMSS. We're in Baltimore next Sunday at 4 for the final game of the regular season. All sent all the way down the near side. Teixeira, left point, works across the yellow line, plays it back out in center circle. Over onto the far boards it goes. Look out in front, Lately can't get the shot off. Follow a block by Hugo right alongside the box. Lately will play back out in the neutral zone. Arico again sending it to the near side. Monteleras sending it down on Hugo. He'll scoop it up. Under a minute to go in the third. Harrisburg with a 3-2 lead. Ball sent up the near side. Kerstetter working it across midfield. Left side, Gattaca. Shot saved by Veenstra. Oh, had a chance there on that left side. Great look by Kerstetter. And Veenstra right there in front, snuffing it down. Ball sent over into the right corner. Arica sending it into the middle, and Hugo there again to scoop it up. He'll roll it out to Ricardinho in the neutral zone, and Ricky will stop at midfield. Now Ricky's going to take it up at midfield, tap it over to Thiago on the right side. Freitas will send it back at midfield over to Chile and over to the left side again. Ricardinho, left wing, stopping, looking, crossing it right side. Here comes Chile moving into the right wing boards. He'll take a shot, and it's blocked at midfield. He'll run back to get it and play it all the way back to Hugo, and that will be it for the third quarter. After 3, the Harrisburg Heat leading 3-2 on the Florida Tropics. We'll come back with your fourth quarter here on the Heat Soccer Network.
Ameriprise helps you find an advisor that helps you develop a holistic financial plan unique to you. There's more ahead than just financial goals. Looking good doesn't have to break the bank. Wiltz & Riley offers handmade custom Italian suits, ties, and other men's clothing, and is the official suit and tailor of the Heat coaches. Save big now with the best non-iron dress shirts, now $49. Luxury and performance all in one, plus all ties made in Italy, just $39. Appraisal Links is an appraisal management company that keeps up to date with the current mortgage environment while offering quality appraisal reports. Community Aid provides their community with gently used clothing at affordable prices. Neighbors helping neighbors. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. Fremont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Fremont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations. H.B. McClure has facilitated heating and cooling in central Pennsylvania area since 1914. We're H.B. McClure. Trust, quality, value since 1914. LA Fitness is a fitness facility that offers a plethora of activities from group fitness classes to racquetball and basketball. M&T Bank knows you count on your personal checking and savings account to meet your everyday banking needs. With M&T, you can count on so much more. Magic Island Travels LLC offers you cruise vacation services that help you plan trips and put you with 2 travel agents that allow for a personalized experience.
516-678. Congratulations, you are tonight's 50-50 raffle ticket winner.
Ontario battling and fighting, looking for that other playoff spot out west with a 9-8 record. Dallas would love to spoil it for them down at the Allen Event Center. We'll keep tabs on that game. So we get set for the start of this fourth quarter. Harrisburg leading 3-2. And Harrisburg's going right to left on MASL TV, YouTube, WMSSFM.com, and the TuneIn app. John Wilsbach with you. Final regular season home game. Feenstra getting a pass back to him in traffic. Jeez, you don't do that. Chili Farias sending it all the way down the far side. Here's Neto. Right wing boards as it's stolen away. Third back out by Muchin. Tom Myers will send it over. Teixeira with it. Sending it back to Feenstra. Long pass up the near side. Kerstetter. Teixeira. Back to Teixeira over on the far side. Pereira's shot. Save. Hugo. Loose in the middle and cleared back out by Chiago. Headed back for Feenstra in the corner. He just clears it back out to the neutral zone. Rodriguez on it. 3-2 in favor of the Heat. Gattiga trying to make a steal, but Florida keeps control. Loose ball on the far side. Almost too many men on the field against Florida, but no one touched the ball during the exchange and change of players right in front of the bench when the ball was there. So that's why you didn't see a blue card pulled. Here's Aristodemo on the right side, off the boards to the middle, and it's knocked to the side. Cleared back out by Chiago, but this one's going to bounce out of play. Florida comes back over there on the kick in. Aristodemo on the near side. Lately on the right wing boards. Plays all the way back out in the neutral zone. Sent down to the right side. Rico sends one around. Eller's going to recover it up the far boards. Now it's sent all the way back to the keeper, Hugo. Near side, Kerstetter. Ball dumped down into the left corner, high off the boards, comes out for Gonzaga at the top of the arc. Heel kicks it over to Ricardinho with a blast. It hits off Neto and out of play. It'll be a kick in for the Tropics. Florida Tropics, the dreaded 3 games in 3 days. They will take to the road, play tomorrow afternoon, I believe at 4 in Syracuse. Has been somewhat mild up here in the Pennsylvania area all week. In the high 60s and low 70s. Not too bad. Had some nasty Florida-type storms here in Pennsylvania today. Added a little hail to that and a tornado warning. You can't beat that sunshine down in Lakeland, Florida, that's for sure. What a nice job Andrew Haynes and his wife Leah have done at organizing this Florida Tropics team in the MASL. Down the neutral zone. Look out. Here come the Tropics down the middle. Ooh, they're going to call a foul. Yep. Chili's going to be called for the foul. Kind of that foot out there on Pereira's, who went down there trying to get a blue card out of it. Had a little face-to-face action, but Chili thought he got all ball. Pereira's only got the foul called. Hard to say if you did or didn't. But it'll be a restart here for Florida. Just outside the top of the arc, inside the yellow. Center point. They'll play left side. Shot by Mugin is blocked out of play. Kick in coming up from the left corner. Lucio Gonzaga. Goal tonight, 4 last night. Solid performance. Ball sent to the middle, blocked by Farias. They're looking to get it on the backside and couldn't get it to Monteleras. Look out. Here comes Ricardinho down the left side to the right side. Too far for Chiago. He'll catch back up to it. Dancing around, takes it toward the right corner off the boards. Gattaca on it there, plays it out front, but it's busted up along the near side by Pereiras. Kerstetter, Ricardinho around the boards. And stopped there as Veenstra's able to pick it up. 11:08 to go in the fourth. 3-2 Harrisburg. Chiago battling for it in the neutral zone. Ball goes back to the Florida zone. One goal lead for the Heat. Gonzaga, nice job cutting off Monteleras. Coming up with the ball, playing it back to Leo Duarte. He'll send it out for Gonzaga. Long pass down to the left corner. Meller sends it around in front, but Gattaca just off the mark. Missing it by about a foot. So close. And the Tropics bring it back out again. 3-2 Heat. Reyes on it. Sent up the middle. Ball lost by Attica. Look out, right side. Gattaca gets yanked down. Mugged. No foul called. And Florida able to clear it back out. Down the left corner, Mugin on it. He'll knock it off the boards. Loose in the middle. Now Gonzaga runs it out of traffic. Almost like we're going in slow motion right now. Heat changing up. Kerstetter playing it down the far boards. Neto guarding it along the boards. Getting past Aristodemo. Now still getting bumped. Keeps it alive. In the corner. Sends it around in front. Still loose. And Robbie Aristodemo will bring it back out. 9:33 to go in the fourth. 3-2 Heat. Reyes with the ball, playing it down to Aristodemo on the near side. Reyes leaving it on the far side. Nascimento sends it down, headed back out by Chile. The ball knocked out of play. Last touched by Dieguez. It'll be the Heat ball. Here's Gattaca. Just getting mugged, but no call. At this point, they're letting him play. A lot of times when you get in a close game like this, it means a lot. They just kind of put that whistle away and let the teams try to decide unless it's something very flagrant. Here's a right side shot. Lands right into Chile. He gets back up and clears it out. He wanted a handball, but he just landed right on it. No one says you can't stuff it down with your stomach. Ball sent all the way up to the left side. Dieguez again. Chile this time knocked down, no doubt about it. They'll blow the whistle there. 8:40 to go in the fourth, 3-2. Chile Farias battling strong. The veteran, many seasons. Joining the Heat this year, he'll send it all the way down left corner. And then go off, get a fresh body out there. Here's Elmo Neto out at the left point. They'll play it all the way back to Kerstetter. And now the opposite side, Hugo out in the neutral zone. Hugo's going to send it down the right corner. Neto knocks it off the boards, but just off the mark before Kerstetter could get there. Tom Myers recovering the ball, playing it back behind him. Now Cemento dumping it down. Hugo's going to grab on alongside the box. We're midway through the fourth, 3-2 Heat. Gonzaga, near side, Tom Miller. He thought he was going to leave it for Gonzaga, then had to recover it himself. Hugo back on it in his box and plays all the way up Fernando Gatica. Gatica sending it back again to Hugo. Working clock, working possession. Hugo's going to fire it down the far side. Gatica, right wing. Looking around, keeping possession. No one to play it to, sends it back out of midfield. Thiago on it, center circle, near side Basso. Alfarius on it. Here's Hugo, chipping it down to the near side, stays in play. He trying to keep it in, unable to though, as Laidley was able to clear it out. Basso again, back to Hugo Silva. Working a lot of clock on this possession. Hugo fires it down the middle, and it's intercepted right in the middle by Reyes. JP Reyes. Leaving it for Feenstra, who's had some nice saves at times in this game. On the right side comes Teixeira at the right point. Into the right corner. Mujin knocked it off the boards, trying to center it down the slot, but popped up and out of play. We'll step out. Mid-quarter break, 6:19 to go here in the fourth. It's Harrisburg 3 and Florida 2. Back on the Heat Soccer Network. Check out the Harrisburg Heat merchandise stand at all Harrisburg Heat home games with new replica jerseys, both the home and the away.
OSS is the official team physician practice of the Harrisburg Heat, dedicated to the highest quality orthopedic health care and experience, and to get patients back to a healthy life as soon as possible. OSS Health, dedicated to a superior patient experience. PSECU is a non-for-profit credit union that provides a large variety of electronically delivered services at low or no cost. Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service. Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service.
6:19 remains until the Heat can claim, hopefully, that they have that second and final playoff spot in the East. They're clinging to a 3-2 lead. This Florida Tropics team not giving up. One other game already underway in the MASL tonight. Ontario leading Dallas 4-2, if I'm seeing that correct now. That's what they're showing on the box score. So we'll keep tabs on that one for you. Yes, 4-2, Ontario. In the neutral zone, Kerstetter trying to keep it alive. Now Gonzaga breaks it up. Kerstetter gets it back. He'll play it opposite side. Dominic Francis with some fresh legs. Moves it towards the yellow line. Lost it. And it's cleared back out for Harris. Along the side, Teixeira dumping it all the way down Dieguez. Dieguez pushing down Chile from behind. It'll be a foul against Dieguez. Physical player. Nice job by Chile to keep position and keep possession. Here's Hugo on it outside, his yellow. Long pass down, getting it to Elmo Neto at the left point. And I'm sending it all the way out in center circle to Basso up the far side. Thiago. They'll tap it forward to Neto. Neto leaning back, keeps possession, plays it all the way back to Hugo. 5:15 to go in the fourth, 3-2 Heat. Ball dumped down into the corner. On it again is Neto. Look out, a lot of pressure back there as Chile gets it to Hugo, and he'll bring it out, dumping it down for Neto. Top left side, the left wing, trying to keep control, playing it back for Basso. Heat will change up again. It's about possession right now. Running clock off. Taking advantage of any opportunities. Ricardinho trying to get to it. We're going to get a handball called on the Florida Tropics. Lucas Teixeira hitting it. It'll be a free kick coming up for the Heat, left wing. At the Florida zone. They might want to call a timeout and set something up here. With a 3-2 lead, they do. And Florida is soon going to have to consider that sixth attacker. So let's run down the scoring for you in this. At 9:40 of the first, Neto gets the Heat on top 1-0. At 13:20, Pereira ties it at 1. We moved to the second at 1:36. Tom Miller from Farias made it 2-1. Then a power play goal by Gonzaga at 12:37 made it 3-1 Heat. 11:33 of the third, Mugen made it 3-2, and that's where we stand late in this contest. There's that rip we saw earlier by Tom Miller for the second Heat goal. There's really a little run here where Basso knocked in the centering pass from Mugen in the corner to bring them within 1. Here you see Clay Roberts, head coach at the bench, talking to his team. Andrew Haynes, the owner, right alongside there. The Heat, their coaches, Tennyson Cabral, Lester Felician, the assistant. Gino DeFlorio is not available tonight. The Heat have a restart opportunity on the left wing. They lead it 3-2. Farias to his right is Gonzaga. Basso. Ricardinho backside, Neto on the far post. Farias will approach far side. Ricardinho, his shot gets deflected off the body and out of play. Went off of Reyes, so a corner kick now coming up for the Heat. Veenstra trying to get his defense set up. Chile will chip it opposite side. Neto with a volley shot and right to the hands. It bounces to Veenstra, who'll hold on. And distributed all the way up to the Heat zone. Kicked out of play by Ricardinho. And they're going to give it a top of the arc restart. Fans wanted a pushing, but that was after he kicked it out of play. So Ricardinho Corvallo knocks it out. Restart coming up top of the arc. And a great opportunity here for Florida on the restart at the top of the arc. Trying to tie this game. With 4:21 to go in regulation here in the fourth. Mugen has Teixeira to his right. And now he wants to talk about it. So we'll step out. 4:21 to go in the fourth. 3-2 the Harrisburg Heat with the lead. Back after this on the Heat Soccer Network.
Ameriprise helps you find an advisor that helps you develop a holistic financial plan unique to you. There's more ahead than just financial goals. Looking good doesn't have to break the bank. Wilkes & Riley offers handmade custom Italian suits, ties, and other men's clothing, and is the official suit and tailor of the Heat coaches. Save big now with the best non-iron dress shirts, now $49. Luxury and performance all in one, plus all ties made in Italy, just $39. Appraisal Links is an appraisal management company that keeps up to date with the current mortgage environment while offering quality appraisal reports.
John Wilsbach back with you in Harrisburg. Glad to have you along. Our final regular season home game of the Harrisburg Heat. Florida trying to stay alive in this game and in the playoff race. The Heat clinging 3-2. Florida trying to tie it up as they have a restart at the top of the arc. And what will they do? He set this play up. Pereira has Dieguez to his right side. Now he'll step out of the way, and a shot up out of play by Mugin. Was it touched by a Heat player? No, it was not. He disagrees. Thought it hit someone's shoulder. It'll be a goal kick for the Harrisburg Heat. Freddie Mugin, leading scorer for this Florida team. Basso with it, playing it back to Hugo. He'll fire it all the way down to the near side off the board. Settled there by Gattaca. He'll send it back out to Basso in midfield. Along the near boards and back to Hugo, the keeper. He'll fire it all the way down for Gattaca. Knocked away. Aristodemo sends it the other way. Thiago, high kick, back down into the Florida zone. Takes a high bounce. Feenstra comes up with it from Monteleras. He wants to call the timeout because they're going to set up the sixth attacker with 3:50 to play here in the fourth. And Harrisburg with a 3-2 lead. Now one more game for the Heat. That's next Sunday in Baltimore at 4 o'clock. The Heat win this, they're in the playoffs. That game really means nothing for both of those teams because they'll have to face each other in the playoffs. So it will be interesting to see how they both approach that game. And our good friend and former Heat player, Danny Kelly, will be honored. The head coach of the Baltimore Blast will be inducted into the Blast Hall of Fame next Sunday. You'll be able to see that game here on MASL TV with the Baltimore announcers. I'll be on the radio, though, and the internet at WMSSFM.com, 91.1 FM, and the TuneIn app at WMSS. Clay Roberts trying to get the final info to his team on tying up this game. The Heat are going to need to find and dig down whatever they can defensively. Don't want to give up too much, though, and sit back too far. Want to keep that pressure on out front. Victor Pereiras, the Brazilian, will be the sixth attacker. Wearing the orange jersey, he'll send out the middle of the field, but Thiago already intercepts. Great opportunity here for the Heat with the possession. Thiago, spin move, goes down. Now Ricardinho loses it, but they're going to call the holding foul on Rico. So the free kick coming up for the Heat, left point. Pereiras in net as the sixth attacker. 3:35 to go in the fourth. Heat lead 3-2. Thiago all the way back to Gonzaga. He'll chip it up for Ricky Carvalho. Now Kerstetter moving it to the near side for Basso. Florida pushing out, trying to keep the pressure on. They want that ball. Gonzaga. Long pass, cross field to the near side. Thiago moves in. Left point, stops. Crosses it right side. Gonzaga let it go through, but Ricardinho recovers it. Plays it all the way out of midfield to Basso. Near side, Thiago. To the middle, Gonzaga. They'll work it to the near boards. And cross it all the way back over on the far side of Kerstetter. Great position right now by the Heat players. Gonzaga back to Kerstetter. Down the far boards, trying to get it to Neto. Tom Myers comes up with it, knocks it around. Diegas back to the sixth attacker, and Pereiras getting it out. Now to Teixeira. Pereiras up the middle to Mugin. 2:28 to go. Sixth attacker on for Florida. Monteleras out for Pereiras. Down into the left corner, trying to get the pass to Mugin. Was Diegas, but he knock it out. Quickly, they'll restart things. Monteleras out of the neutral zone. Florida down by one with the sixth attacker on. Monteleras. Pereiras. Monteleras. Trying to get it to Mugin. He gets knocked down. They're going to let things continue. Here comes Pereiras again. Long pass all the way up to Diegas. Knocked out of play by the Heat. It'll be a restart coming up at the top of the arc. 1:45 to go in the fourth. 3-2 Harrisburg. And with the sixth attacker, Florida an opportunity here. Once again to try to tie this game. Three-man wall sets up. Shot saved by Hugo. Loose on the left side. Cleared out by Chiago. But again, it's another restart coming up at the top of the arc. Chiago cleared it. He got it cleared, but trying to keep it in play. Restart again. Pereiras steps out of the way. Diegas shot up and out of play. Ricardo Diegas just let that one rip. And the Heat will get it back with 1:40 to go in the fourth. Leading 3-2. Sixth attacker stays in for the Tropics. Ball sent all the way back, and here come the Tropics again. Victor Pereiras up on the near side. Monteleros. Pereiras onto the far side. Arico. Now the Heat battling in the corner. Chili Freeze trying to get it out. Kerstetter helps out. Florida gets it again. Pereiras. 1:13 to go. Here comes Teixeira in the neutral. Monteleros. Pereiras. Monteleros. Down into the right corner. Arico. His pass is bad. Cleared back out by Francis. Goes the distance down into the right corner. 53 seconds to go. Florida moving up again. Loose in the neutral zone. Look out, Francis. Moving it down to the right side. Gets free. He shoots and scores. Dominic Francis. Sixth attacker goal. Was able to blow down that right side past Victor Pereiras. And the Heat lead it 4-2. Meanwhile, Chiago a little banged up in midfield. The rest of the team has pretty much jumped on Dominic Francis, who's only seen a couple shifts in this one. Scorch rousing up the crowd. And 43 seconds remaining. Time of the goal, 14-17. Dominic Francis with the goal. As Chiago is still being 10-2 at midfield. And being helped up. They'll need him injured. The Tropics giving it all they can on the sixth attacker. There it was out of midfield. Chiago able to break it up. Knocked it forward to Francis, but Chiago got wiped out on that play. But Francis was able to knock it forward enough, turn on the burners with those fresh legs past Victor Pereiras, and finish it off. So Chiago should get the assist on that one. 4-2 Heat. Playoff bound. And they can keep holding on. Look out, Gonzaga has it down the neutral zone. He'll work it up. Oh, and he gets tripped up from behind. That's a blue card on the sixth attacker. And that should be the game right there, as that will take away any extra chances that this Florida team will have. So the 2-minute penalty. Meanwhile, Feenstra comes back out in the net. Pereiras in the penalty box. And the Harrisburg Heat with 25 seconds to go with a power play and leading 4-2. Hugo's going to send it up the middle of the field. Florida has it intercepted by Basso. Holding in traffic, knocks it into their zone. 6 seconds to go. Ball dumped all the way down into the corner. Chili Farias comes up with it. Double teamed. And that'll do it. The Harrisburg Heat win it 4-2. And they are headed into the playoffs. A hard-fought game by the Florida Tropics. They gave it all they could. But it's the Harrisburg Heat, the better team. They sweep this series 4-0 this season. They won 7-4, 6-2, 11-6, and 4-2. And the Harrisburg Heat will get the second playoff spot behind the Baltimore Blast in the East. We have the jersey auction coming up down the concourse after this. And, of course, the post-game party always at Mr. G's, North 6th Street in Harrisburg. Let's run down the scoring for you in this game and our stars of the game as well. Here's a nice one by Hugo. Just getting those fingertips on it when Diego shot. Just enough to knock it wide to the left. And Hugo coming up with some big saves tonight. Another one down the slot by Rico and knocking it up over the crossbar and out of play. And you've got Dominic Francis finishing off this game to give the insurance goal for the Harrisburg Heat. So many guys had a great game. Thiago, Gonzaga, oh, look out. Oh, and there you go, a little ice bath. For Denison Cabral making the playoffs in his first season as head coach for the Harrisburg Heat. Great possessions in this game by Neto and also by Chili Farias. All right, let's run down the scoring for you as the Harrisburg Heat were the ones who started things off in this game at 9:40. Elmo Neto getting his 9th goal of the season. It was unassisted. 1-0 in favor of the Harrisburg Heat. Right there down that slot. Hugo having a hard time on that 2-on-none pretty much by Pereira's finishing it off, and then Miller in the second makes it 2-1. And here's Gonzaga left side. Makes it 3-1 on a power play goal. We move into that third, and nice little run down the floor. Mugin in the corner tried to center it, but Basso trying to block the pass, deflected it in. But this was the insurance goal. Great run by Dominic Francis. Great move out of midfield by Thiago, who the scorekeeper is not giving an assist to. But Thiago doing all that work to get that ball free, and Francis able to finish it off and give the Heat a 4-2 victory over this Florida Tropics team. So Florida moves to 8-11 on the season. One final game tomorrow in Syracuse. The Harrisburg Heat at 10-9. And the Harrisburg Heat will play at Baltimore next week for the final game of the regular season, which really at this point doesn't mean much, but it could set the tempo for the playoffs, which should begin that following week. Baltimore 12-6, and the Heat at 10-9. Victorious here and playoff bound. Well, we have certainly had a blast with you folks the last couple nights here in Harrisburg, and we look forward to being with you in the playoff run. in a couple weeks. Check us out here on MASL TV on YouTube and also on the Heat Soccer Network on WMSSFM.com, 91.1 FM as well. Check that out-of-town scoreboard one more time. As I know, we last checked in Ontario was leading Dallas. We have it now at halftime, 4-3. Ontario leading Dallas at the half in the other game, and then you've got Sonora and San Diego playing out west a little later on. So once again, we're back on the air on the radio next Sunday at 4 o'clock on WMSS and WMSSFM.com. Stay tuned to HarrisburgHeat.com. Follow us on Twitter. Like us on Facebook. And stay in tune for the playoff dates coming up with Harrisburg and Baltimore. Once again, our final score, the Harrisburg Heat 4 and the Florida Tropics 2. John Wilsbach thanking you for joining us here on the Heat Soccer Network.
You've been listening to the Harrisburg Heat on the Heat.